Man, I still can't believe this. I'm really, really shocked by this. And if you didn't hear about it, rtruth, once his contract expires, he will not be renewed by WWE, which is crazy. It's crazy. Now, I know it's sad. I agree that it's sad, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. And before I get into that conversation, I just want to give this man his flowers. He's one of my favorite personalities in WWE history, one of the greatest of all time when it comes to comedy. And one of the things that I really did love about this moment, not about him being released, is the fact that I thought that rtruth was a really, really good person. You know, just by his on-screen persona, but you never really know who a person is. But the fact that the wrestlers, his co-workers, the ones backstage in WWE, came online and poured their hearts out to say how much of a great person he was, how much they loved him, how much they respected him, how much everything was positive around him. Just having that confirmed about rtruth, I loved it. Like I said, you just never know how people are behind the scenes. And the fact that he was able to affect the world positively. Like, I don't care if it's in pro wrestling or whatever. The fact that he's always able to put a smile on people's faces. I laugh at every segment that he's a part of to affect the world positively like that. I have to support them and salute him for doing that. So whether you know him as rtruth, you know, with the What's Up, or you started knowing him as KKWIK with Road Dogg, you know, Get Rowdy, or knowing him in TNA, either way, this guy has contributed something to our lives in one way or another. And I just, you know, got to salute the man. He did a fantastic job. Now, the crazier part about this whole thing is that he's the last of a dying breed, right? Or already dead breed, you have to say. But after his contract expires, he's the last full-time wrestler from the Attitude Era, which is my era, which makes me feel so old, man. All the athletes I grew up watching, NBA, NHL, NFL, whatever, they've all retired. And to see rtruth be the last person full-time in WWE from the era I grew up on, potentially, you know, retiring, or at least his contract not being renewed, it just makes me feel old. It just makes me feel old. But here's the thing. As much as we all love rtruth, and I do, this may not be a bad thing. Now, I don't want to be one of those people who are yelling at the screen, like, TKO, Triple H, what are y'all doing? Y'all suck. It's about corporate greed, blah, 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 blah. And it could very well be about that. But I'm going to admit that I don't know. I don't know why this happened. I don't know if rtruth said, hey, I want to get my contract renewed, but I want these stipulations and things added into this contract. And WWE's like, no, we can't do that. And rtruth could be like, you know what? If you can't do it, I'm good. I'm good with, you know, being with WWE. I think it's time to ride into the sunset, and that's it. Or Endeavor could be, or TKO could be on the whole business thing and saying, you know what? We want to cut at least $2-3 million off the you know, the books. So by releasing X, Y, and Z wrestlers, we'll save money because we don't think they contribute enough to make sense for us to pay them that much. So rtruth happens to be one of the people who would get cut. And I saw Carlito was not going to renew his contract as well. So that could be the case. So I can't really get mad at anyone. But at the same time, rtruth, we got to remember, he's 50 plus years old. Now, although he moves really, really good in the ring, and you can't tell, I don't know if he's using black soap or shea butter or whatever, but this man looks young for his age. I want to drink whatever water he's drinking. But at the same time, this can be great for rtruth. You know, he's not a wrestler who needs to be around pro wrestling in order for him to succeed, because he is way too talented. Way too talented. We've seen him in comedic spots, right? He's rapping. He's got all these other things going on. I can see him in multiple TV shows as the comedic relief, in movies as a comedic relief. He can do so many things. His personality is so great. I can see him in movies and TV shows and voice acting for, you know, animations and things like that, or even being a talk show host or whatever. Like, he has the talent and the personality. Live stream, anything. He can literally do anything without being in the ring and still be successful, because I just think he's just that talented. I really do. Would it be great to see him come back every once in a while in WWE, like in a Royal Rumble or in segments like that, to remind, oh, absolutely, WWE, please don't keep him from doing that. We need rtruth back. But at the same time, I think this is really just a beginning for this man. Again, I will miss him on TV. I will. Like, the comedic relief. I mean, the first thing I thought about, I'm like, man, you could have traded him over to SmackDown, because, I mean, TKO, have you tried to watch a SmackDown for 3 hours? We need something to laugh at, bro. We need that for our survival sometimes when they come to SmackDown. But you know what? It is what it is. We don't know what happened. You know, I'm not going to get too mad. I'm not going to yell at the screen. This happens. You know, these guys that we grew up watching in our era of wrestling, they're getting older. They're eventually going to get released, and then new guys are coming up. And I don't think rtruth is going to be the last person. I know we heard about Carlito. He's another person who's great at comedic relief, right? Not saying that he's up there with rtruth, but I'm not saying that he's bad at all. I mean, his whole thing with the Judgment Day, as far as being comedic relief, has been amazing. I've been dying laughing at this guy every time he's on the screen. But this is a part of the business. And even Carlito even said in one interview, he was like, I can't move the way that I used to. So I can't do so. For the fact that he was able to get a contract, and from what I read, which I don't know is true, I haven't confirmed it, wrestlers in WWE on the main roster are getting paid a minimum of $350,000. And so for Carlito not to be in any important feuds or really doing that much in the ring outside of coming out to assist and getting knocked out and getting paid somewhere around that number, I think that's really good for him, right? I'd do that, man. I'll take it for that amount of money. But at the end of the day, rtruth, thank you for everything you've done for us. I'm sure, if he's participating in anything else. And also on top of that, I'm pretty sure WWE and rtruth knew something about this. I think that's the whole reason why he got that match against John Cena at Saturday night's main event, because they wanted to give him something nice, because I'm sure if that never happened, fans would probably be like, whoa, with him being this biggest John Cena fan, and he's been this way for a long time, it would have been amazing to see him versus John Cena, and we got that match. And that is a great way to send him home. Hopefully, this isn't the last time we see him on WWE TV until his contract expires. Hopefully, they give him a great farewell, a great retirement, part of an episode of Monday Night Raw. I would love to see that. He's definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame. And again, rtruth, thank you so much for the memories. We really appreciate this. And hopefully, I might be going to SummerSlam. If he's there, bro, I'm going to be cheering from the top of my lungs, man, because I love rtruth. I do. Let me know in the comment section, guys, at what part of rtruth's career did you start to watch him at? When he was in TNA, when he was KKWIK, when he was rtruth, and what is your favorite rtruth comedic moment or your favorite rtruth match? I would love to hear it in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Salute, peace, have a great day.